What's up guys? How's it going? This has been an interesting week because I have been having a lot of contractions. A lot of them are Braxton Hicks. I mean, having already had 2 kids, I do know the difference. I do know what a real contraction feels like. With the other 2 kids, Braxton Hicks, bam! Oh yeah, I knew when they were real contractions and that it was labor coming on. This one, some contractions are hurt, like real labor, and then some are just the tightening, like the Braxton Hicks. Nonetheless, I'm having them quite frequently, and I've just been feeling bleh and just kind of ill all week, and that's the reason why I actually skipped a vlog. I usually try to hit one in the midweek, but I was not feeling very well, so I didn't get the chance to do it, so apologies for that. Obviously, I'm going to cover the whole week in this vlog. Monday was kind of a day where I started to feel sort of like just nauseated and exhausted, and I just chalked it up to like, oh, okay, I'm 36 weeks, of course I'm going to be tired, and just kind of not feel 100% because the baby is big and he's coming soon. So on Monday, Stella and I just kind of laid low and hung out, and she fully entertained me the entire day, as she usually does. Kind of melted me with her cuteness.
I'm gonna tell you how we make my special punch. We need water, we need a Capri Sun, we need orange juice. I don't know what else to use.
Some berries?
I don't want any berries. Lemonade, ice, and then stir it up, and there we go. That's how you make my perfect punch.
What do you call it? Does it have a special name?
Yeah, it's called the lemonade punch. It's called the lemony punch. Then you squeak a little bit of lemon sauce on top, and then you put a lemon on the side for garnish.
And what does it taste like when you drink it?
I don't know. I haven't made it before. I hope it tastes yummy.
I failed to get any footage of her actually making the punch later that night, and actually I took a little sip. It was delicious. So remember that recipe. But she didn't follow it at all, actually. When she made the punch, she did not follow that recipe at all. And then after dinner, we had another treasure hunt. Stella, for family activity tonight, has requested a
treasure hunt.
Okay, read them loud and clear.
Taste the rainbow. Oh, do I say it?
Yeah, say it out loud.
Skittles.
No. Really?
I don't understand. What are you meant to
You have to figure out a clue.
Taste the rainbow, the adverts say. You can if you look to the USA.
Okay, that's your clue.
I gotta guess the USA.
It's Skittles, right?
What's your guess?
The USA pillow.
Try it.
Yeah.
That was very smart.
They're chocolate and minty. Oh, what a delight. And they're hiding behind a plant with spikes.
With spikes. Is this a plant? Yes, it is.
There's creme in the middle. Oh, isn't that nice?
What's next wrong?
They're hiding a place that's filled with spice.
Spices.
Go with Evan in the spice drawer, maybe.
But I can't have all of these.
They look like fruit and they taste so yummy. Poppy is hiding them in her tummy.
Oh, I thought it was cookie. These taste so good, you'll do a jig. To find them, ask for Daddy Pig. Jig.
Who would be our daddy pig?
Daddy pig. Daddy pig.
The disclaimer is she's not eating all the loot right now. It's more for the fun of the treasure hunt, and maybe you can choose one or part of one to have. Tuesday, that was the morning I woke up and I was just feeling off. I had been up several times that night with kind of a stomach ache. And for all you mamas out there, you know that when labor first starts coming on, you kind of get that tummy ache, like crampy, sort of diarrhea-like feeling. Sorry, the TMI, this is a pregnancy vlog. What do you expect? Because I have this gestational diabetes, I have to check my ketone levels. I chose that morning to check to see if I had any ketones in my system, and I had like they have the spectrum of colors to show you like mild to severe, and I had the most severe. So I thought I may have a UTI or some kind of infection. I didn't know, but I just wanted to make sure the baby was okay. So Peter and I decided that it was best for us to go to Queen Mary. When I got there and told them what was happening, they admitted me, which of course they have to in order to give me an examination and do testing. It's funny when I went there, how many people I recognized. It was like going to an old hangout spot and you're like, hey, what's up? How you been? How you been doing? High five, fist bump. Okay, maybe they weren't quite that happy to see me, but they did recognize me. Baby's head is engaged, has been for a while I think, and just getting contractions but quite far apart, so pretty sure I'm going back home. So they hooked me up to the contraction monitor, the heartbeat monitor, and I was on that for about an hour. And they were a little concerned because I was showing contractions every 10 minutes consistently. Then they told me to hang tight and that I'd probably have to spend the night. Oh. And I will do whatever if it's necessary for the health of the baby. But I just sort of felt like, I know when I'm really going into labor and this is not labor for me or didn't feel like it, so I just wanted to go home. Well, what do you know? They put me on the contraction machine at the end of the day and I was showing regular contractions again every 10 minutes. The doctor talked to me and said, you know, I'm hesitant to let you go home because you had Stella so quickly that I don't want you to have a baby at home or in the taxi on the way here. They basically were like, you know what, if your contractions get any closer together, if you feel like crampy or stomach achy, if you feel like you have to poop, then come in. So I was like, okay, all right. It was nice that I didn't get home too late. The kids were still awake. Surprise, surprise. And it was good to see the kids because I'd been gone all day, so I wanted to do some type of activity. Evan was at a friend's house, of course. So Stells and I got out the origami paper because, hello, when I was a kid, that was one of my favorite things to do. I used to fold origami cranes all day long with my cousins at my grandma's house. So I was like, let's just do some origami, you know? It's in our blood, let's do it. So we got out the origami and eventually we were able to convince Peter to do it with us. I was a bit disappointed in myself though. I thought the origami crane would be like second nature to me, like riding a bike again. I picked up that paper, I was like, watch this. I had totally forgotten to fold a crane. And I have to be honest, I felt a little bit of shame, a little Japanese shame. I found how to on the internet and it all came back to me. So Stells and I made a crane. And then Peter and I were looking up tutorials for other origami animals. At one point, Stella broke off and she was like, you guys are folding things that are way too hard. I want to fold my own. Can you find me a kid's tutorial? So we set her on Peter's phone with a tutorial. I don't know why we were thinking that it was possible for her to follow origami tutorials. They go too fast. I don't know, it's hard. It's hard.
Oh no,
Is vertical. There we go. Separate the layers and wrap them around here, creating a crease. Pull them back and the front.
Wait a minute. Oh, I missed that bit.
Downwards.
Other people might be at the horse races, out to dinner, maybe even at the movies. We're folding origami.
Hey,
Wrap it.
it's cool, right?
Yeah,
That
it's
could be a
awesome.
little tricky, so take your time for that. Now, I'm shaping the ears, which is optional.
Ah.
Where is it? Can you? There we go. So the edge is vertical.
Before we knew it, Stella was in tears, so frustrated, and it reminded me of myself when I was a kid. I got so frustrated when I could not fold origami perfectly. I had, and I still have, a slight perfectionist problem, and I saw that in Stella. I was like, that is me. She threw the paper, just ripping it up, like, I never want to do origami again. And I was like, oh girl, I hear you. I know how you feel. She stormed off into the bedroom. It took a little convincing, a lot of calming down. We got back to the origami and it was all good. But Daddy's is pretty good. Daddy's is a good bunny. Mommy's is really bad. I know, Mommy's ready to throw things and cry too. Now we're so frustrated. Stella and I just ripped up some paper and we feel better. Yeah, but our cranes are good, Stella. Stella and I made these cranes.
Daddy made a really good bunny.
Daddy made a really good bunny, and Mommy tried to do it on her own, but Mommy's looks like Mine just looks like a bunny that's been to the war. I don't know, you have to go into origami with like kind of like a zen calm about you. You have to be prepared that it's gonna frustrate the hell out of you, and you have to be able to just like shake it off, let it flow through, just like be okay with it, because it is not easy. And even I was getting pissed. Like my rabbit was so stupid. As much as I was like, go Peter, your rabbit's looking so good, I was like secretly so mad that mine looked so bad and that he did a better bunny than me. Wednesday, I woke up feeling the same way as I did on Tuesday morning. At the hospital, the nurses felt, and of course the baby's engaged. I knew that, I can feel him down there, but they said, oh, he is ready to come out. And yeah, I do feel like he's ready to come out. Like, I can barely walk. It feels like I have a bowling ball down there. I mean, even more than a bowling ball. It feels like what's bigger than a bowling ball? I don't know, maybe like a statue of a really big man, like a bronze statue of The Rock, just hanging out down there. But it's not The Rock, it's my baby, and he's not made of bronze. It really does feel like he might just fall out any minute, which is not a pleasant feeling. It's actually a really weird feeling. That afternoon, Stells and I went to Pak Folam and hung out with my friend Mara and her daughter Eve, and they had a little play day. And Mara and I had good conversation. She shared her experiences with me because she actually delivered at Queen Mary Hospital. That actually really lifted my spirits, so thank you, Mara and Eve. And then yesterday, Thursday, same old thing, you know, I just feel like this is just how it's gonna be until the baby comes. Regular contractions, feeling kind of woozy. Woozy? Well, I will be oozy. That's gross though. Hi, honey. Baby watch. Contractions again, 10 minutes apart. They're not getting any closer. Hi. So Stells and I are walking. Stella's gonna go have a play date with Willa.
I have
Yes.
dates all the time, but I think Evan stays over at his friend's house all the time.
Yeah, Evan's always at a friend's house, but he just got
And
home.
he's always with his friends.
He is. That's good though, he has lots of good friends, yeah?
Yeah.
But we miss him sometimes.
Yeah.
But only sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's increasingly harder to walk. The baby is so low that I can just feel his head in my nether regions. Uh-oh, here's like a grinding feeling, and sometimes it'll hit a nerve or a ligament and it just shoots lightning pain down my thighs. So needless to say, it's not pleasant, and although I'm quite early still, I'm 36 weeks, I am ready to have this baby, ready to see the little slugger. Contractions are still present, getting a little bit stronger, but I don't want to go back in yet. Just met a friend of mine for lunch, and now I'm walking to go say hello to Peter. It's nice to get out and walk around. I feel like this might be one of my last times walking around by myself before the baby comes. Maybe not. Maybe I'll have another 2 weeks, who knows. And then last night I had my date with Stella. The week before I had my date with Evan, and so this week was my date with Stella and Peter's date with Evan. So it's kind of funny because I had just found out that Boss Baby came out, so I decided to take Stella to Boss Baby. Meanwhile, Peter decides to take Evan to the movie as well, but there was really nothing playing. So they were kind of forced to go see the Fast and the Furious, what are they on, like 24? Both the movies were in the same theater, and we wanted to keep our dates separate, so Peter and Evan took off like 20 minutes before we did. Stella and me, we're on our date tonight. And what are we gonna go see?
Boss Baby.
Stella's been talking about Boss Baby for weeks, if not weeks. Just kind of get in there. You want to get in there? You want to go in there?
I just want to look at it.
But the mistake that we had made was that we booked all the tickets on the same credit card, so we had to eventually meet up. Got a big popcorn and a drink, and here the big popcorn's pretty much the equivalent of a small popcorn in the US, but we have adapted to the sizes here, which is a good thing. So it was enough for us. Well, actually it wasn't enough for us because Stella ate our entire tub of popcorn. That little thing took down the entire tub of popcorn.
When we're all together dancing cheek to cheek.
So we had a great time. The movie was really funny. And then after the movie, I fulfilled another one of Stella's date night requests, which was frozen yogurt. I'll lift you up. Okay, Stella, I'll lift you up. You like it? Did you have fun? Did you like the movie? You're my little boss, baby. So it's been a good week. It's just been kind of a strange week because at one point I thought, oh, maybe I'm gonna have the baby this week. Maybe I'll have the baby next week, I don't know. Or maybe I won't have the baby until the actual week that I'm supposed to have the baby. I don't know, but I do know that it's much harder to walk around now. And hello, contractions. So that's the progress this week. You guys have a wonderful contraction-free weekend, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye bye!